Hello, Sukirti ma'am. It is an honor and privilege to talk with you today. The Arab audience has known you through Pyaar Ki Kahani as Piya, which brought you big fame. We tried hardly to contact you, and finally we get the chance. Are you surprised to know that you have Arab fans?
So my answer number one, am I surprised that I have Arabic fans? Actually, I'm not surprised because I have been to the Middle East, specifically Dubai, and otherwise also on my Instagram and any other social media handles that I have a lot of fans who are Arabic, and they all DM me, they message me, and they are usually commenting on my social activities. So I am not surprised. In fact, I'm very happy because whenever I go to Dubai, there are so many of them, and it really feels nice that people watch and appreciate my shows and my work throughout the world, and especially Arabia, because there is such a intercultural connect between the general atmosphere, the social setup. So I think it's very nice that people see it and appreciate it, and that the social network can the social upbringing can kind of get us together. So firstly, I'd like to say hi to all of my fans, and I am not surprised. I'm very well aware that I have a lot of Arabic fans, and I'm very proud of my fans. Thank you so much, and I love all my...
Second question. Your first role was Dil Mil Gayi. How did you get it? Did you expect to be in TV world?
Actually, my first role was not Dil Mil Gaye. My first role was in Jersey Number 10, a show before Dil Mil Gaye for the same production house. So I used to work on Jersey Number 10, and they had auditioned around 200 to 300 girls, and they were looking out for a lead after Shilpa Anand, and suddenly they wanted to audition me one evening, and I was very skeptical, and I did not know what was going to happen because at that point of time I had already committed to another show. But these people were so adamant, and luckily I had not signed the contract there. So suddenly editor looked at us and it was like, okay, yeah, you're going to shoot with us tomorrow. So it was all of a sudden, it was like as if it just it's like musical chairs, and it was just you in the end. So yeah, I did get it like that, and after that it was a very exciting journey because Dil Mil Gaye was already established as a very, very fine show, and I think it just was something that every actress wants in the beginning of their career, and I kind of got it, and it was a very wonderful journey. I learned a lot from it. So yeah, I have very good memories of it. I kind of remember my days with it, and I was really young. I was only 19, so I was very happy that I landed that role.
Third question. What memories can you share with us about the show? And it was your first experience in Tollywood?
Well, it was not my first show, so the memories that I have of my first show, that is Jersey Number 10, is that it was really nice, and it was something that I always wanted to do. So I was very excited, and everybody was excited, and I was so young, and I was so happy that I've got what I wanted, and I was very happy to be on screen learning every day. So it was like a girl's dream come true. I mean, I'm sure all girls dream of XYZ, that I'll meet my Prince Charming or whatever it is. But I think for me, my dream come true did come at 19 because I always wanted to be an actress. If anybody would ever ask me, I just wanted to be an actress. So it was like I got what I wished for. So I was extremely happy. It was a very good learning environment. Though when I jumped from Jersey Number 10 to Dil Mil Gaye, it was a lot more work. It was a lot more of hard work, and it was a very hit show, so the expectations were more. So it was just like they raised the bar for me, and in the process of wanting to meet the expectations, I think I bettered in my act, and I bettered as an actor. And at that time I used to find it very tough, but I think that kind of molded me in the actor that I eventually became.
Fourth question. Pyaar Ki Kahani had new concept and fantastical story. it wasn't terrifying for you to be involved in such adventure? Didn't you feel that the audience wouldn't accept such love story between a human and vampire?
Well, Pyaar Ki Kahani was a totally different ball game altogether because, I had just a few days before I had auditioned and got finalized, I just read in the paper that, Ekta ma'am was making a show like this. So I was like, wow, because I loved that series. It is a series that, I completely loved. I loved both the characters and I loved their, it was a very fantasy thing, but there was something about the entire chemistry about those two characters that I just loved. So I was like, wow, that's a really nice concept. It didn't cross my mind that I would be doing it, and a few days later I realized, okay, I'm doing it. So I did not feel scared or I didn't feel terrified, but I was really, really very excited because, I think my USP is definitely love stories. I think I've always done love stories, and I think it overall works for me and the kind of person that I am. So I was very excited about it, though I didn't expect the outcome of it because, I used to be so tired and I was like, yeah, maybe okay. When all the time that we were filming it, I never thought that it would become such a big hit. But it still is. I mean, I still get people messaging me that they are watching it on Hotstar and, everywhere. And I'm like, okay. But honestly, when I was shooting it, I, in fact, thought that, we might not be around for a very long time. It's a discussion that I did have with a few of my co-actors. So, Pyaar Ki Kahani was a lovely surprise. And, I eventually ended up making very good friends. And I spent a lot of time on the set because I did a double role and I had like a love story with everyone was kind of falling in love with the character Piya, so I used to have multiple stories running at a point of time. So I think work wise it was really satisfying. It was a lot of hard work, but I loved every moment of the show, and I'm so happy that it still is one of the landmark works of my reign as an actor.
First question. What can you say about your ex-co-star, Vivian Desena? There was a sizzling chemistry between you and the beautiful friendship as well.
Well, I think in the acting part of it, we definitely did have a very good chemistry. I think that's what people say, and that's what has transpired on screen. Vivian and I shared a very professional relationship because I used to be very busy, and of course he was at that point of time with his fiancée on the set. So we did have a very professional relationship, and because I used to have a track with everybody, so I think we had a very good professional relationship, and it shows in the kind of acting that has come across.
Next question. What about your experience in Big Boss 8? What did you learn from?
I think Big Boss was also kind of a surprise. I never expected to go there, and a lot of people also didn't expect me to see in a show like Big Boss. But I was very excited because I think it's a show that, not just people, but a lot of people in the industry are also very curious about. So, I was like a curious cat who wanted to go into the Big Boss house. It was a very nice experience. I did not have any negative experiences, and Mr. Salman Khan as a host was really nice to me. I had a lot of fun there, and I did make some friends there, definitely. So for me, it was a very positive experience where I really satisfied my curiosity as to what Big Boss was about, and I would say that, I'm happy with the outcome of it.
Second question. Your last work was with Z Channel. What is Sukirti nowadays? Your fans are very eager to know your news.
Yes, my last show was on ZTV, and I am as curious as my fans to know which show I would be doing next. As of now, there is nothing that I can say that is transpiring. I definitely have a lot of meetings, and some things are in the pipeline, but I don't believe in saying a lot till they don't happen. So I would like to come up with something that is different, that's nice, that's exciting to me as an actor, challenging to me as an actor, and definitely satisfying as a viewer. So we'll have to see in time. As of now, I'm on vacation with my family in my hometown in Nainital. So not anything now for the next at least 2 to 3 months, but definitely when I get back to Bombay, I'm going to be at my best and I'm going to put my best foot forward and would like to sign a show as soon as the papers are.
Eighth question. What about the love in your life? We'll have the chance to see Sukirti soon as a bride.
Well, my love life, it's a very funny concept in itself. Bride to be soon, I really don't know, because I think these things just happen on destiny and chance, and I'm a very choosy person. I want a very specific person. My boyfriends have been very specific. Maybe you can say I'm extremely choosy, but I like the fact that I'm very choosy. So, bride to be will be like a very exhaustive and a very well thought of decision. So it is some time away from here now. But whenever it is, the entire world will know. So, let's pray for me, for the bride to be, whenever that is. But I don't see it anytime soon.
Ninth question. Among your friends in Bollywood and Tollywood, who are the closest to your heart?
I think among my friends from the television and the industry, otherwise, I think I'm the same with everybody. I don't have my favorites and I don't have anybody that I share too much with. I think I've always been a very private person and that's how I am. Most of my friends that are very close to me are not even from the industry. But I think it's always been like that, because as much as it might look like I'm like a very extrovert person, I think I'm a very introvert person, and I'm very protective and very guarding of things that are close to me and my private life and my own self. So all the friends that I from the television industry are absolutely the same for me.
10th question. Speaking again about Pyaar Ki Kahani, are you still meeting your ex-colleagues?
I do meet my ex-colleagues. In fact, I just met my director Parth Mitra and Misha Priyawal, and we had a nice dinner and we discussed about Pyaar Ki Kahani. Pyaar Ki Kahani always comes up. So yes, I do meet them, and it's so fantastic that I shared my youth and my time and my energy with such wonderful people and such creative people who are so talented, like my director and the actress that I'm talking about. It's really something I feel very proud of, because I think it's something that was executed so well, done so well, and it is really something you need to be proud of. When you look back, you're like, wow, I was part of it.
11th question. What are your dreams and ambition for the future?
My dreams and ambitions for the future are definitely to be extremely successful. I think successful means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So I believe for some people it's going to be a lot of professional success. For some people it's going to be a lot of personal success. But because I think I've been a little, I would say, I've been a little elder in my mind than I am in my age. I would like to be, I think my ambition in life would be successful professionally and personally, and spending time with my family, and that is what success means to me. I don't think success only means that I'm going to be very successful actor, etc. I think I want to be successful in everything that I do. So as much I am ambitious to do things on the front of my career, I am very ambitious on being with my family and having spent time with them and not regretting that in the future I did not spend time with my parents or my family. And I think because I've started working when I was 19, I think it's a very important part of me now. I realize that I think if I don't do that, I will feel very bad and very regretful that I didn't do it. So I think success for me means both things. It means career success, and it means having spent time successfully with.
12th question. Which role has attracted you more and you wish to perform it, and why?
Honestly, there was no real, character that excited me. I think whatever was given to me, I tried to give it my 100%. Production houses and shows have always surprised me. And, in television, you really can't say where the twists and turns of the shows will take you. But I think in my own defense, I have always tried to give 100%. Of course, there are certain, characters that I loved most. But then it would be unfair to say, okay, I love this and I didn't like that. So I think everywhere it was me. I tried to do my best and I have loved all the characters.
13th question. Recently, there was a big talk about the issue of the inequality of salaries between actors and actresses in TV world. Want to know your opinion? Isn't an implicit law which forces this situation?
Of course, there's a recent talk about, inequality for not just the salaries, but for everything. I think it's a rampant thing that happens all over the world. It's not just us. It's Hollywood that's talking about it. It's in the corporate arena. It's everywhere. So I think it's not an inequality in payment. I think it's the inequality in thought. I think when people think about this, they forget that there are only two sexes that are born. That is the male and the female, and of course the third gender that is there. But that's it. That's all that we have. So I don't understand that when we put a male above a female or anybody else, that what are they talking about? I don't even know why we are subjected to it. And I think it's really, really sad, and it's a very low way of thinking if people think that just because of their gender they deserve more things, because then I just completely shut up. So I don't think and I don't see that in just one part of life, but I think that's in every walk of life. So I don't think that's correct in the first place. So I don't just think it's our payments. I think it's everything. I think it's in the way we are looked at. I think it's the way we are expected to behave in public. I think it's in the way we are expected to, have roles in society. So I think women are always subjected to this second citizen sort of a, tag. So I think it's a very general thing, and I think the society and the world needs to elevate themselves. And that is when our salaries will rise. I think salary is just a symbol, Symbols are very important in life. I think it's just a symbol of showing that probably you are more deserving. Doesn't matter if you work hard or not. And I think women everywhere put in more effort, and they sacrifice more because, they have to take care of their children and their families. But still, somehow they just land up with the smaller plate. And I think it is not unfair. It is a very sad way of thinking, A. And B, I just don't think it is in salaries. It's in every way that we look at women. We want them to dress in a certain way. We don't want, and it's a very sad state. And I think being a woman, I stand against it. I'm not up for it. I think I decide my own destiny. I'm very happy. I'm born in a family that supports me, has supported me in every way, and that's how everybody should be. I don't think we should just be standing up against when we get paid less. I think we should be standing against every time there is an unequal behavior that happens to a girl, to a woman, and that's something that she does not agree to. And a society that agrees to it is definitely not a society I want to be a part of. There has to be a revolution in the society. And I think a society which accepts it is accepting defeat, is accepting to go back to the medieval era. And I think it is not even the medieval era. I think in the medieval era, women had a very high space. There used to be matriarchal societies. So I think this is a very twisted way of thinking, and I'm not for it.
14th question. Who was your idol in acting field, even before starting your career?
I don't think I really had an idol, but I think I was overall, very inspired by magazines that I would receive in my hometown, like, Femina, and I think seeing all these beauty pageants. I just thought when I was really young that I think my hair is like that because my hair is curly, and I used to see all these curly haired girls. But I really thought that, I think I need to be here. And whenever I see myself on magazine covers now or my interviews, I'm like, wow, I did think and I did do it. So I think it was the entire magazine and the entire ad era that inspired me rather than an actress, because I always looked at myself more as a model rather than being an actress. But I ended up becoming an actress.
Last question. Did you have the chance to visit an Arabic country? Which Arabic country or countries you wish visit one day?
So I have had the chance of visiting the United Arab Emirates. I have visited Fujairah, Sharjah, Dubai, all the 7 Emirates. I have Jebel Ali. I have visited them. I must say they are really beautiful. They're culturally, there's a vast cultural heritage that they have. I've visited Jordan, which I completely love. So yes, I have visited Arab states, and I must say I love all the fattoush and the mara and the hummus. I love it. I love falafel. So I'm a big fan of it, and whenever I go that, I'm just binging on it. So I love Arab countries. I love their hotels and their beaches and this. I cannot even express how many times I would like to go to one of these places. I would like to visit Oman. I'd like to visit Morocco. I've seen, Moroccan things. And by the way, I love Moroccan hair oil. My entire family uses Moroccan hair oil. If there's any brand over there which is pure Moroccan, I would love them to email to me because I would like to get their products. Everything that I use at my house is Moroccan hair oil, Moroccan shampoo, Moroccan everything. So I love Moroccan oil, and I'd love to visit Morocco sometime. I've seen it in pictures and movies, and I believe it's really beautiful. So I love Arab culture, and I love their beautiful mosques and the entire food and the delicacies. So yes, I have been to a lot of Arabic countries, and I
keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe in our channel and follow us in Facebook and Twitter. Thank you.